my home in your light, always.
Hello everybody, good to see you guys, glad you could make it. Tonight's gonna be good because yeah, it is Saturday. You know, I don't usually stream Saturdays, but we decided, hey, let's do a review because people have been asking me to do a review for a while. So the review we will be doing is based on Sam Shamoun versus Dr. Nasser. I haven't really watched it though, so I can't really tell you what went on, but I did hear that Sam Shamoun did totally destroy him. Also, I wanted to watch it today to try and see if I can get timestamps, but unfortunately the power was off half the day and I had things to do anyway. So we'll probably just try to skim through some parts and see if we can see the important parts and see what we get up to. But it's good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here. So I'm going to be getting it up and then we can start, because a lot of people have been telling me I should do this. But it's good to see you guys. What's up, Terret? What's up, Roger Ledwell? John 3:16, good to see you, brother. And the Singh Gerber, good to see you too. Okay, let's get this rolling. Sam, I don't think Sam would ever really come to my channel. He blocked me because I corrected him. So yeah, that's about it. Again, guys, I have nothing against Sam. I think Sam Shamoun is brilliant when it comes to knowledge of the subjects. The only thing that I do not like about him is his fruits. I do 100% believe the fruits of the Spirit are not shown through him, and it's sad because it does make Christianity look bad, and he needs to change, because if he doesn't change that, then doesn't matter how much knowledge he has in the subject, he kind of makes Christianity embarrassing. So other than that, that's what I'm going to say about Sam. So let's see what they have to say.
Discussing the Islamic dilemma.
I hope the sound is okay. Let me know,
So
guys.
would you like to start, Sam?
Sure. I mean, however he wants. He can lead it if he wants.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. My assertion is that the Quran depends on the Bible, not the other way around. You can't make sense of much of the Quran without the Bible. I mean, that's the assertion. So if you want to go into examples, we can. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the Islamic dilemma, I will define it as like a promise, if you will. And what is the promise? The promise is that there are Christian preachers that say, listen, the Christian audience that are trying to, evangelize and preach to their Muslim friends, they can grab a copy of the Quran and they can point to certain verses that are going to demonstrate that today's Bible is fully authentic. That seems like they're promising this. They're saying, look, you can do this. This is what the Islamic dilemma is all about. Okay? Now, I want...
Not really. I wouldn't agree with that's what the Islamic dilemma is about, because the Islamic dilemma is actually about the confirmation of the scriptures. So if the Quran affirms the scriptures before, then therefore you cannot claim that the Quran is true, because if it is, it's contradicting what the scriptures before it say. If it's saying it's corrupted and not confirm it, then the Quran is also false, because the Quran is supposed to be the indisputable word of Allah. Because then either way you look at it, Islam has to be false because it's making a contradictory claim. That's practically what it's saying. The straw man comes though when they try and say that the Bible is corrupted. No. The thing is, there is nothing in the Quran that shows the Bible corrupted. We do have verses in the Quran that show that they're supposed to be confirming the Gospels, the Torah and the Gospels. We also have where Allah is actually saying if people are going against it, then they are going astray. Actually, let me get that up, because someone very nice gave this to me last night. I think it's Al-Nisa 4 verse 136. Let's quickly get Al-Nisa 4 verse 136 up. Yeah, so this is what it says, guys. O believers, have faith in Allah, His messenger, His book He has revealed to His messenger, and the scriptures he has revealed before. Indeed, whoever denies Allah, his angels, his books, his messengers, and the last day has clearly gone far astray. This is one of my now new favorite verses that I will definitely be using for the Islamic dilemma from now on. So yeah, keep this in mind. Al-Nisa 4 verse 136, because you clearly see that Allah is saying to all the Muslims, if you are denying the scriptures revealed before, that's the Torah and the Injil, you are denying and going far astray, because it's saying his books. So the Quran is one book, guys. Why is it saying his books? And as we know, Muslims today are denying the books that were before. So they are far astray. They are apostating from Islam. Just thought I would share that. Okay, so let's get back to the actual debate.
Want to differentiate that from the commentary dilemma. And the commentary dilemma, I will concede. It's a term
What do
I
you
came
mean
up
by
with.
commentaries dilemma?
Perfect. The commentary dilemma, which is just, I'm making this up, so just bear with me, is just the idea of saying when we go into the commentaries of various Islamic scholars for the past 1400 years,
Sure.
you will find that some scholars will say it seems that the Bible is preserved and authentic. And there is the vast majority that will say no, there has been corruption. And we could go back and forth and say, well, some scholars say this and some scholars say that, and that could be turned into a commentary dilemma. But I just want to remind the audience that this is a promise of the Islamic dilemma. It's about the Quran. And so I'm imagining a Christian audience at home waiting and saying, show me the verse, so I can go to the mosque and say, this is the verse that proves that the Bible's authentic.
Okay, this is not a very good start for Dr. Nasser. I don't know why Sam's not really saying anything. Usually Sam stops a person when they start taking nonsense. You can see he's already putting his face. So he obviously does see that something's happening, but it's weird that he's not stopping him. No, nobody makes claims that the Bible is preserved or not. Nobody makes that claim. It's the Quran that makes a claim of full preservation. Why does Quran make that claim? Because it claims the Quran is the speech of Allah. And if it's the speech of Allah, it has to be preserved, because it is not written by men. It is the speech of Allah. It is God breathed, you could say. So therefore it has fully preserved. When it comes to the biblical scripture, we understand it's inspired word of God. Men wrote the Bible, but it's inspired by God. So there's a big difference. No one's claiming preservation of the Bible. So this guy just put a huge straw man and kind of trying to shift the burden from the Islamic dilemma from the Islamists to Christianity. So I do find it weird that Sam didn't actually stop and call him out for this.
Authentic, and that's exactly what I'd like to address.
It's fine. So I'm going to show you that the Quran does confirm the Bible by what I just said. That the Quran depends on the Bible. Without the Bible, you can't make sense out of the Quran. So you ready for some
That's
examples?
true.
Go ahead.
In Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, 27-32. Can you read that for me?
Chapter 5.
Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, 27-32. Read that for me. You can read
And recite to
Arabic.
them the story of the two sons of Adam,
Yes.
Adam's two sons in truth, when they both offered a sacrifice to Allah, and it was accepted from one of them, but was not accepted from the other. Said the latter, I will surely kill you. Said the former, indeed, Allah only accepts the righteous, in other words, those who fear Him. Keep going.
Keep going, 32.
If you should raise, so we're going to take our time. We're going to have a nice long.
Yeah,
exactly.
good stuff. We're going to take our time then. Sure.
Yeah, I'm not
Great,
rushing
clean
you.
conversation.
Sure, sure. If it's long, I mean, okay.
Yeah, that's
If
fine.
you should raise your hand against me to kill me, I shall not raise my hand against you to kill you. Indeed, I fear Allah, Lord of the worlds. Indeed, I want you to obtain thereby my sin and your sin. So you will be among the companions of the fire, and that is the recompense of the wrongdoers. And his soul permitted to him the murder of his brother. So he killed him and became among the losers. Then Allah sent a crow searching in the ground to show him how to hide the disgrace of his brother. And he said, woe to me, I have failed to be like this crow and hide the body of my brother. And he became of the regretful. Because of that, we decreed upon the children of Israel that whoever kills a soul unless for a soul or for corruption done in the land, it is as he has slain mankind entirely, and whoever saves one, it is as he has had saved mankind entirely.
That's actually quite interesting if you look through that, because this is clearly about the story of Cain and Abel. And Israel was not around in those days yet, but yet it seems to be making a link between Israel and Cain and Abel. And notice it doesn't mention the names Cain and Abel. I actually brought this up to a Muslim today in Christ Apologetics TikTok channel. Shout out to Christ, to JJ. How does the Bible, how does the Quran get a lot of its information? Simple, through the Bible. And that's what Sam actually just brought up. The Quran requires the Bible for its information. So, very interesting take.
And our messengers had certainly come to them with clear proofs. Then, indeed, many of them, even after that, throughout the land, were transgressors.
Yeah. Remember what my argument is. The Quran needs a Bible. Without the Bible, you can't make sense out of it. So from the Quran, who are the two sons? What are their names?
Okay, so I'm going to answer. The Quran doesn't mention their height, their name, their eye color, their hair.
He's already doing the Muslim shuffle, guys. Already trying to buy time to try to figure out how to answer this. It's a very straightforward question. He's asking him, who are the two brothers spoken here in the Quran? How do you know their names? He knows the answer, but he doesn't really want to answer. You can see that. That's for sure. So if it's starting like this, I don't think it's going to be a very, how can I say, a hard debate for Sam. I think this is going to be very one-sided. By the way, Dr. Nasser, guys, I did a video on him when he was talking to Ken and Mims. I did a video, I think it was like a week ago. Go and watch it. He brings out a whole bunch of so-called contradictions of the Bible, and it was so bad. It was really, really bad. It's not even, how can I say, a challenge to try and debunk. That's how bad it is. Dr. Nasser, I don't know why he's such a big face for Islam, but he's not doing a very good job, to be honest.
Hair color, it just says two sons of Adam.
Who killed who?
One killed the other.
Who are they?
They are the sons of Adam.
And who are they?
That's
You
what
don't have an
that's
answer.
what we know.
Good. Now, Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:20 to 26. Read that for me.
We're going to keep doing this?
Yeah. That's what I said. The Quran.
As long as we can go long, because this is going to, I guess if we just...
Read it, man.
Yeah, sure.
So you didn't have an answer, because without the Bible, you can't answer it. So you're confirming my case. So now go to Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:20 to 26.
Does the Bible mention their height or their weight?
What's that got to do with who killed
I
who?
agree. I agree.
No.
Straw man.
Don't attack straw man. Now, you're a professor. So I'm
I'm
going to
not a
ask you, Professor,
Yeah, sure.
don't attack straw man.
I wasn't a straw man.
Well, no one
It
cares
was a
about how
straw
you
man.
weight. We want to know their...
That was a straw man. I have to give it up for Sam at the moment, though. He's keeping his composure, and he's being respectful at least. So, big ups on Sam for that.
identity, because we want to know who's guilty of what are their names.
Actually, their
So
names
that the-
aren't necessarily to teach the lesson. You don't need a name. That's not true.
Yes, you do, if you're appealing to the people at that time, because it says the children
That's
of Israel.
circular.
Where do you find that command given to the children of Israel? Surah 5:32.
Oh, here we go. Now we're going
No, you're in
somewhere
the
else.
same passage, because you're saying it doesn't, yes, because it assumes prior knowledge. That prior knowledge is the Bible. So your Quran depends on the Bible, so it makes my case. So when I ask you in Surah 5:32, where is that command found that was given to children?
Unholy warrior. This is such an idiotic argument. It's always brought up by you Muslims. He says, what day did Jesus resurrect on how many days in the heart of the earth? Christians can't count. This is what is getting. It's 3 days and 3 nights. When it comes to the counting of the days based on the Jewish law and folk, it's based on sunrise to sunset. That counts as a full day. So when you're claiming, oh, it's got to be full 24 hours, that's not what it's claiming. When it says 3 days, it's sunrise to sunset, which is a day, to the next sunrise is a day, and so forth. That's how it works. You might want to stop using idiotic low-tier arguments from Muslim apologist dawah bros that don't actually know what they're talking about.
Of Israel.
It's by God mentioning in the Quran what He has done in history.
To the children of Israel, read
Yeah.
the verse.
Yeah, because of that, we decreed upon the children of Israel. God can tell us
Where is that? Where's that found?
God is telling us in the Quran, this is what He has done.
But the children of Israel, right?
Yes, He has said that.
So where in their source do you find that?
Okay, I'm going to answer.
Go ahead.
God doesn't need to say, when I created Adam, for example, by the way, let me give you the reference where I talked about creating Adam to different prophets. He doesn't have to do that.
That's not my argument.
I'm just giving an example. He can simply say, God can declare to His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the past I gave commands to the Israelites. That's what He's saying. This is what I commanded them.
And how do you confirm that He did?
I'm saying that
Notice he still hasn't told him who those two brothers are. He's not really trying to be honest here. He's kind of still doing the Muslim shuffle and not actually wanting to answer the question or the argument, because the argument is simple from Sam. Sam is telling him, you need the Bible for your information of the Quran. So if you're saying the Bible is corrupt, therefore it's an Islamic dilemma, because then the information in your Quran is based on corrupt scripture. So your Quran is then false. So that's another dilemma. Well done, Sam. Really good dilemma.
do you understand the Islamic dilemma?
You want to teach me it?
I know. I think you're the
No,
OG.
don't attack straw man.
You're
Don't attack straw man.
the captain. You're the captain of the ship.
Don't attack straw man. You're making my case without realizing it, because this assumes prior knowledge of the previous scriptures, so that the audience will know the detail by going to the Bible.
Or if they don't, or if they.
So then how can they confirm that?
It's not saying you have to confirm anything.
No,
It's
if
simply-
I'm a Jew or I'm a Christian and I read that, where am I going to go to confirm whether the Quran got it right?
You have just inserted so many ideas that are
Can
not.
we read
may I
Surah
please?
Al-Ma'idah 5:20 to 26?
Can you just take one second?
Yeah, but you made my point, but go ahead. You made my case.
What I'm saying is that nowhere in here does it say anything about the necessity to appeal to a certain group and then therefore getting reference.
attacking strawman again.
May I just finish
No,
the
just,
sentence?
but I'm just trying. We have to interact.
Yeah, it's just a red herring, because he's creating his own narrative to actually be bamboozled away from answering the question. Like I said, it's not a very good start from Dr. Nasser. I hope the whole debate isn't this way, because we don't want to have it going circle jerking all the way around and not actually getting any answers. But so far he's just muttering, John. Exactly, he's just muttering, and what can I say? Sam has already have him on the ropes, and he hasn't really needed to say anything much. Which is, if this is how it starts, man, I can imagine how it's going to be at the end.
Attacking
I know,
strawman.
but I'd like to
Can you
finish
steel man my position?
I would like to finish my
Okay.
sentence.
Go ahead.
This is about the Islamic dilemma.
Yeah.
So that means there are Christian students of yours that really like you and appreciate you, how much hard work you've done. With your I actually appreciate your smile. You have a very nice smile.
there we
No,
go.
really.
There we
No,
go.
I want to make
Go
this
ahead.
more
I want you,
positive.
because I don't want you to accuse me of cutting you off. But go ahead.
Thank you. No, I'm trying to make this. I really do want to make this a positive conversation.
I agree with you. Go ahead.
And all I'm trying to say is that if God declares to His prophet, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or any other prophet, and says, "This is what I have done in the past," there's no need. You're inserting this idea that, well, that implies that he must have a reference, and if he doesn't have the reference, then there's a problem. And I'm just simply saying, or you could just take a plain reading of the text, and God is saying, "This is what I've done in the past." That's
Do you
it.
want to repeat my point again?
You can repeat it. If you
Okay,
like.
because you just confirmed my point again.
Sure.
Okay, let me repeat it again. Hopefully we can stay on topic. You can steel man me. I'm not saying that the Quran has to tell you where it's at. What I'm saying is the Quran already assumes this information is known and you have access to it. Hence, the Quran presupposes the Bible.
Good. Can I respond?
Well, I didn't. I'm
He's not
giving like
finished.
2-second responses. Okay, now can you steel man my response? Steel man response. What?
No.
what's my-
I actually plan on asking a question.
Yes.
Why does it have to? Oh man, I wish you didn't. Can you just say that last
Yeah.
portion again? Can you repeat that?
When the Quran mentions these stories,
Yes.
without going into detail,
Yeah.
it's because the Quran already assumes prior knowledge of this information that people had access to. So the question is, where do they find that information? In the Bible.
Great. Now let's say God is speaking to. You're right. There's a Christian audience, a Jewish audience, but there's also a pagan audience.
Sure.
They don't need any references. They can just see that God is revealing and telling His messenger.
No, they would too. They would need. Okay,
let
go
me
ahead.
say.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with God saying, "This is what I've declared in the past to the Israelites." If a completely ignorant pagan audience hears that, they don't need to insert everything you're just saying. What all they have to do is say, okay, so God is declaring that this is what happened in the past. That's fair.
Can I respond to that?
Of course, please.
For a pagan to know that Muhammad is not making it up about the tales of the Jews and Christians, who do they go to confirm whether Muhammad got it right?
Okay, that in here, there's no mention of confirmation. Would you like to go to some of the...
He's got him on the ropes. Yeah, that's why Muhammad tells them, you go to the books, judge by the books that come before you, because it's confirmation. We have 5:46 to 47. We have 3:3. We have many books. I mean, we just had 4 verse 136. Okay, it's confirmation. That's exactly that, and that's what Sam's bringing up. So, if they want to know it's confirmed, they're going to have to know where they're getting the information from. And if the Quran is not being clear on the information and it's making them go back to the Torah and the Gospels, it cannot say that it's corrupted, because if it's corrupted, then it is debunking itself, because why is Allah confirming corrupted scripture? And if it's not confirming the corrupted scripture, then it is also bunk, because it gets its information from a corrupted scripture. So this is quite a damning Islamic dilemma put forth by Sam Shamoun. Well done, Sam. You really got him on the ropes, man. Well done. I see someone's been saying the Stronghold channel shows it's subscribers only, guys. I have no idea why it's subscribers only. I didn't set it to subscribers only. Is there a way to change it? Apologies, no idea why the chat says subscribers only. It's usually not, but yeah. Anyway, Eugene, what's up, brother? Yeah, Sam destroyed him 100%. Mid-Mix says, you are embarrassing yourself as you're talking to yourself. What are you talking about? How am I embarrassing myself by reviewing a debate? That's quite sad.
Other verse?
That's not what I'm... No. Let me repeat my question again.
So, I can respond to it. I understand your question. You're saying that when God makes this declaration...
And the pagans hear it, right?
The pagans are hearing it.
About the Jews and Christians, right?
At no point in this verse does he ever say, hey, pagans, make sure you
Can you steal my argument, because you keep misrepresenting it? Repeat my argument. I want to hear if you get it, because you keep a...
Yeah, you're asking the question. I think you're asking... Maybe I'm not going to do a good job, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Maybe what you're saying is... I think what you're saying is that when they read this...
Yeah.
And their goal is to look into history, right? Then who are they going to go to, right? But
they want to know that Muhammad is not making it up.
Right.
Yeah. So who do they go to?
In here, in this particular verse, I'm just
generally, anytime the Quran, because I got dozens of examples.
So
anytime the Quran mentions the history of the Jews and Christians, how are they going to know Muhammad is right?
Great question.
Yes. Well, answer.
An individual can absolutely get up and say, let me go around the world and see what different people have said. They could say, let's learn about Gilgamesh and how there was a flood story there. Anybody can do that. The Quran is not prompting any of this. Here. Now, show me where the Quran is prompting that, and I'll deal with it.
We're going to keep spinning in circles.
He's not actually answering him. He's still just running away from the question. Where do they get the information from? Because if you are attempting to convert the pagans or the Jews or the Christians to Islam, and you're saying, well, it's talking about these two sons or whatever, the information has to come from somewhere. Because they're going to ask, well, who are these people? Let's, for instance, a pagan. He's never read the Bible. He's never read the Torah. So he doesn't know who Cain and Abel is. And you go and say, okay, who are these people? And the Quran can't tell them who they are. The Quran tells them, well, you go back to the scriptures before. You go to the Torah and the Gospels. Then it debunks the Quran, because the Quran contradicts it. Wow.
So if I'm a pagan, you're Muhammad,
Yeah.
and you say to me, this is what the sons of Adam did. Well, how do I know you're not making it up? Yahudi, come here. Is he making it up? No, here's my Bible. Oh, the Quran doesn't need to tell them to go to the Bible. The Quran is assuming the audience will have access to prior knowledge of these events to see what this is talking about. That's why you don't get detailed explanations.
Okay.
Now, can I go to the second example?
No.
Because we keep spinning wheels here.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Now, if Moses receives revelation and talks about the sons of Adam, and apparently now they have to say, hey, go to some historical source that can confirm this. Who?
You want me to answer the question?
Please.
Unlike the case of Muhammad, God appeared in a pillar of cloud in front of 600,000 people, not counting men and women, and the Egyptians saw it. So when God is on a mountain, you hear his voice, you don't need to go to prior sources.
Perfect.
God is the witness.
God is the
we
witness.
can get
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, no,
Thank
no,
you. That's it.
We don't, because you beg the question, you assume that God is speaking to Muhammad. I'm telling you, he didn't. Stop assuming what you've yet to prove.
I understand.
Now,
what
can we
you
go to
believe.
the second example?
Okay, perfect.
Good point. Muslims always assume with circular reasoning. The Quran says, therefore, it's true. So therefore, it's true because the Quran says it's true. That's literally how they base their whole argument. Their whole argument is literally on circular reasoning. It's begging the question and affirming the consequent. So because Muhammad says so, therefore it's true, and because the Quran says it's true, therefore Muhammad is true. It's fallacious reasoning, guys. Very fallacious.
I just wanted to make it clear that, yes, you said it is based on the authority of God, and I agree with that. It's based on the authority of God.
And how does God then authenticate someone?
Well, let's find the verse that you want.
Can we go down to the second example?
Please.
Read for me, so I got a lot. So we're going to say, you're going to be confirming my point, your Quran needs my Bible over and over again. But same chapter, Surah Al-Ma'idah, read 20 to 26.
Hey, really quick, if you want to support this channel, it's actually watch our Go Right to Get videos, 100 these videos, description, big video. If you want to subscribe,
And Moses said to his people,
thank you for everyone
Okay,
that supports this channel. Now let's get back to the show.
when Moses said to his people, "O my people, remember the favor of Allah upon you when he appointed among you prophets and made you possessors and gave you that which he had not given anyone among the worlds, O my people, enter the Holy Land which Allah has assigned to you and do not turn back from fighting in Allah's cause and thus become losers." They said, "O Moses, indeed within it is a people of tyrannical strength, and indeed we will never enter it until they leave it, but if they leave it, then we will enter." Said to men from those who feared to disobey, upon whom Allah had bestowed favor, enter upon them through the gate, for when you have entered it, you will be predominant, and upon Allah rely, if you should be believers. They said, "O Moses, indeed we will not enter it ever, as long as they are within it. So go, you and your Lord, and fight. Indeed, we are remaining right here." Moses said, "My Lord, indeed I do not possess except myself and my brother." Very beautiful verse. So part us from the defiantly disobedient people. Allah said, "Then indeed it is forbidden to them for 40 years in which they will wander through the land. So do not grieve over the defiantly disobedient people."
What if there was a song?
That I never finished.
You never finished. Wow, okay.
So they're going to enter what land?
Did it define it here? I think it's Ard al-Mubarak is mentioned somewhere else, the blessed land. Yeah.
Where does the Quran mention Jerusalem or Israel?
I don't think the word Jerusalem is
Or
in
Israel.
the Quran.
That says that the land was
Bani Israel, the children of Israel is mentioned.
That's
yeah.
different. That's
Yeah,
because
I
Jacob
agree.
was called Israel.
Yeah, I'm not making the claim that the
So
land of Israel.
if I
mentioned.
wanted to know,
Doesn't that defeat the argument though? Because if they know they have to go to the promised land, how do they know what the promised land is if it's never been told to them what the promised land is or where to go? It's counterintuitive, isn't it? It's almost like God saying, "Hey, go to this place, just go there." And it's like, "Oh, but where should I go?" "Just go there." It's like, "But where should I go?" "No, just go there." That's exactly what's being said in the Quran. They're just telling them to go. It's not actually saying where they're going, how they know where to go, or anything. Quite something. That's what I love about the Bible, then, because the Bible tells you what's going on.
what land Allah gave as an inheritance to Israel? Where do I go to?
The Bible.
The Quran is like those details.
So where do I go to?
Allah, okay, can I answer you?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
So when Allah says, "Enter into a certain land,"
That's what he's asking. So where do you get the information to know where to go? Where did they get the information? That's all he's asking. It's a very simple answer. Very simple question, and you have a very simple answer for it. But notice how he's running. He's doing the Muslim shuffle. He's refusing just to answer a very straightforward question.
we are not told the parameters, the location, the
Exactly.
longitudinal, latitudinal. These details are not given in the Quran. That being said, neither is it necessary. You're making the assumption. And saying,
You're assuming it's not necessary.
One second.
No, we can interact, brother. I'm letting you
I know,
preach,
but I'm
we can
good.
interact.
Mid-
Okay, go
mid-sentence.
ahead, go ahead.
If you can show me where the Quran is saying, and you better get this information, therefore, okay, can we get it from the Quran? No. Can we get it from the Prophet? No. Can we get it from the children of Israel? Now you have
Surah
argument.
Al-Isra, chapter 17, 101, answers your dilemma. Read it for me.
My goodness, are we going to get to the Islam? I want to make something
This
clear.
is part of the Islamic dilemma.
Okay.
You're in a dilemma. You need my Bible to make sense out of your Quran.
You are assuming.
Surah Al-Isra, 101.
You don't want to finish, do you? You are making the
I'm going to
assumption.
let you make speeches and I make only 5-second comments. Can you go to Surah Al-Isra?
Yeah, sort of saw what?
So now it's going to tell you that what you said, that I don't need to go to the children's, or no, the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, 101.
Thank you.
Read that for me. Who do you ask when you need clarification for things said in the Quran?
Okay, sorry. And we had certainly given Moses 9 evident signs. So asked the children of Israel about when he came to them, and Pharaoh said to him, "Indeed, I think, O Moses, that you are affected by magic."
Who do you ask when you want clarification about things related to Israel?
In this, now we're nailed it.
Only that
Thank
verse,
you.
huh?
No, well, I'd like to address this. So this is fantastic. Now we have finally gotten to a part that actually says, "Fas'al bani Israel." Ask the children of Israel.
Sure.
So great. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with
So
us
now
asking
when
the
I
children
want
of
to
Israel.
know what land God gave to the Israelites, who do I ask?
It doesn't say ask them about that.
Oh, so you mean it's only limited to the 9 signs?
I'm sticking to the Quran. There's nothing wrong.
Oh my word. He's so cooked. He is so cooked. And he knows he can't answer this. He knows he can't answer this, guys. Wow.
With God saying, go ahead and ask the children of Israel about the miracles that they were given. That's fine.
Okay. So, okay. But I thank you for confirming the chronic dilemma without you realizing, but thank you.
Well
Hopefully
done.
you'll come back to the truth of Jesus Christ. Now, what's your question?
Well done,
My
sir.
question
wanna
is,
bring me a
what,
verse?
my question is there something wrong with the Quran saying, ask them about the signs of Moses? What's the problem?
No, it actually confirms the Quran depends on the Bible. That's the entire thesis of our discussion. So I'm glad the Quran does that. That means you're stuck with my Bible, but I'm not stuck with your Quran.
There's nothing wrong. You can. Okay. So let's use this rationale.
Yeah.
God often says, "Ask the pagans this. Ask them this." And even says, "If you ask them this, they will answer that." I'm sure the audience can pull up lots of verses.
Sure.
If you then want to say the Quran is now dependent upon pagan beliefs and so on and so forth, it's just
Actually, it is,
It's
though.
teaching you to interact with people and ask them questions and learn things about people.
No,
It literally is. The Quran is based on pagan beliefs. Hence why Muhammad was called the ear, because he was illiterate, he didn't know how to read or write. All his information he got was listening to people. Hence why you Muslims today kiss the black stone, the Kaaba, why you circle it seven times, why you have the Hajj, why you do most of your traditional practices. It's based on traditions and pagan practices. So yes, literally.
in that context. If you're telling me if the Quran says, ask the pagans about this event, then yes, the Quran is now dependent on
the Bible.
that particular tradition to confirm what the Quran says is not a lie. So no, it actually confirms the opposite point that you're making.
No, there's nothing wrong with asking a pagan something and then seeing where their answer goes and simply just having that
So
interaction.
if the pagan says that story didn't happen, it's a lie, then what?
Well, I don't want to go. I don't know about this
Okay,
hypothetical
sorry.
situation you're getting into.
So I want you to ask me a verse because you said he had verses.
I would like you to. Okay, so I know you are very confident that you just established the Islamic dilemma, but I'm going to pretend that the audience is on my side just for a second, okay? And you haven't brought a verse that actually shows that, like, I'm imagining again this young Christian man who really respects you. He wants to walk into a mosque or talk to his Muslim friend and say, "This is the verse that shows that today's Bible is authentic." Now, if you
That's another straw man. It's really a straw man. Again, okay? Nobody claims the Bible is fully preserved. The Quran is the one making the claim on fully preservation. Why? Because it's Allah's word. And the Quran's very clear that it says it's preserved. Now, We're also very clear that it says it has confirming the scriptures before. So if it's confirming the scriptures before and it's claimed to be corrupted, then your Quran is false because you are claiming to confirm corrupted scriptures. If it's not corrupted, your Quran is false because the Quran is contradicting the scriptures. Either way you look at it, that is the death blow for Islam. Now he's trying to keep straw manning and moving away from what the Islamic dilemma is and trying to push it now onto the Bible by claiming the Bible is claiming to have perfect preservation. That is total nonsense. Nobody claims the Bible is perfect preservation. Nobody ever claims that the Bible needs to be preserved because it's inspired by God. Unlike the Quran, where it's Allah's actual speech, His word, which relies on the Bible. By it relying on the Bible shows it to be false.
He brings
Is
17.
that what you want me to bring?
Just one second. If he brings 17:101 and says, see, here's proof and evidence that Muslims, you are encouraged to dialogue with the Israelite
doesn't
Jews
say
and
dialogue,
Christians.
doesn't say
To ask them questions, to ask them about the signs.
Okay.
Then for you to then extrapolate and say, and that is the evidence, that is a 100% proof that the entirety of the Bible is authentic, then that's clearly,
Okay.
they're not going to,
Let me ask you a question so you understand.
I do have an issue with Sam here, though, because this has been brought up many times now. Why is Sam just not telling him no one is arguing for preservation of the Bible? Why is he not doing that? Maybe it's because I do understand he's trying to wedge him into conceding very specifically, which I give it up to him. But Sam, all critic for this, I would have said, why are you trying to push a straw man onto the Bible that doesn't make that claim, and then just move it back, just so he understands, because he's going to keep on trying to hammer on the straw man, attacking a straw man that's not the argument, and using the straw man to veer away from the actual argument. So that's the only thing I would have against Sam right now.
Understand my argument, because I don't think I'm clear enough for you to get it. If you're told to ask the children of Israel about the 9 signs, but then their scripture's corrupted, how can you trust them to tell you what the signs are when their source is defective?
Fantastic. Good. I would love to answer that. So the good thing is that we do not make the claim that everything in their book is 100% inauthentic. We don't make that statement in Islam.
Yeah, I know you
In
don't.
Islam, what we say is that it was revealed, like a scripture was revealed to Moses, to Jesus, and that they have passed it on. Even though there are verses that clearly demonstrate that tahrif or corruption has
We
been
can
done.
get into that. I know what you're talking about.
Fantastic.
279, 379, we'll get there.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll get
So despite the fact that there has been tahrif done,
Did he just say perfect? Makes me think of Korah, guys. Okay, perfect. When they get demolished, okay, perfect. Oh, my word. Guys, please let me know if the internet is okay tonight, because the internet was atrocious last night. I really hope that it's okay tonight. I just checked 55k views on Dr. Avery's episode of the same show. I'm sure, yep. Man. Let's carry on, I guess. Appreciate you all, by the way. Please hit the likes, share the show, and yeah, let everybody know we are live.
we are not claiming that everything they have with them is completely corrupted. So there's nothing wrong with us going up to these people and saying, isn't it the case that this has happened to you?
Okay, now-
and if we look at the broader context, it's reminding them of the blessings that God has given, and they know this.
Okay, so now, how do you know those parts of their scripture isn't corrupt? What do you use?
The Quran.
Exactly, circular reasoning. Good job. So, well, let me explain.
Yes,
You see, that's exactly what I said earlier. It's circular reasoning. How do you know which scriptures are corrupt or not? Oh, the Quran. So the Quran says so, so therefore the Quran true. It's the same as finding a criminal who committed a crime, and you go and ask him a question: did you commit the crime? And the criminal says, no, I didn't. He says, okay, there we go. You said you didn't commit the crime, so therefore you didn't commit the crime. It's exactly the same. Is that logical? No. But that's exactly the argument that Dr. Nasser is giving right now. The Quran says so, so therefore it is.
Can I?
You're
Yes.
absolutely right. I do depend upon the Quran. I do
No,
believe
in a
God's word,
circular
yes.
fashion, because when the Quran needs to be bailed out, go ask them.
bailed out.
But when it then contradicts the Quran, oh, that's when your scripture is corrupt. Now, let me give you a verse about Torah.
Yeah, that's what an
Let's
authority
start.
does.
Hey, Judd, good to see you. Glad you can make it, brother. Yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Really appreciate you. I have to add Judd also as a moderator on the Stronghold. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay. Hope you guys are enjoying this, by the way.
The Torah.
That's
First of all, who's the Torah given to?
Allah Ta'ala, the Prophet ﷺ told us the Torah was given to Musa alayhi salam.
Can you give me the verse where it says the Torah is given to Moses?
I told you the Prophet ﷺ said. I can tell you the verse.
Oh, but wait.
Yeah, sure.
We start here. Well, no, wait. Because if you're going to go to Hadith, we're going to have a field day. You began by saying you're going to stay with the Quran alone. Do you remember that?
For the Islamic dilemma, yes.
Okay, so stay with the Quran, because if we go to the Hadith, you're going to make my case
Even
stronger.
worse, yeah.
Can you show me in the Quran where it says the Torah is given to Moses?
Okay, that's not the Islamic dilemma.
You said I'm the granddaddy of the Islamic dilemma, right?
You just said it's not the Islamic dilemma. It's one of the dilemmas, because it literally goes into the dilemma he's presented all this time that you were conceding without realizing it. You're requiring the information from the scriptures that you are claiming is corrupted. Wow. Insanity.
You don't tell the dude what it is.
Yeah,
So can you answer the question?
So I will answer the question.
Okay, show me where it is.
The Quran refers to Musa alayhi salam receiving a kitab, a book, right? And then when you ask the question, well, which kitab is this? In Sahih Bukhari, authentic hadith, we have Musa alayhi salam being told, Moses being, just one second, Moses
No, I'm
being
listening.
told, وَاصْطَفَاكَ لِنَفْسِهِ وَأَنزَلَ عَلَيْكَ التَّوْرَاةَ, that the Torah was sent upon you. So, now,
You
again,
ready for the response?
I'm not sure how you are establishing the Islamic dilemma.
You ready for the response?
Please go for it.
Ibn Kathir, in his exegesis, quoting Bukhari, 7:157, citing a passage that's not the Torah, but it resembles Isaiah, and he says that in the understanding the Salaf, the Torah was used for all the scriptures of the people of the book, not just the books of Moses. That's why I say don't go to the Hadith, you're going to make my case. So do you agree? According to the Salaf, the word Torah was not limited to the books of Moses, but all the scriptures?
Yeah, so I
Good.
can answer.
Just
No, but do you agree?
I'm answering.
Okay, good. No.
Thank you. So we know that the word Torah could be translated as law or instruction.
That's not what he asked. It's not what he asked. And he just continued when he said yes. So, wow, this is so one-sided. It's not even funny, guys. Sam is leading him down this ditch further and further away. He's literally, Dr. Nasser's not even trying to go uphill anymore and sliding backwards. He's turned around and started running down the hill. This is so one-sided. Sam has won this debate fully. Not even a challenge so far. And we are only 23 minutes in. Come on. You would think that Dr. Nasser will actually have much better case though. But if that's all he has, wow. Yeah, we'll see.
Instructions, right? So it could be a reference to specifically what was given to Moses. And you're right that amongst the Salaf,
may have to bring it
there
up.
is a quote that is talking about how this law could be used, or this term Torah could be a reference to law in general. So it could be specific.
Not law general. It says the scriptures.
The Jewish law, excuse me.
No, not Jewish law, scriptures. Because I'm
Jewish-
going to bring it up if you don't want to bring it up.
You can bring up whatever you like.
Okay, so
My
do you
point is
agree?
that this doesn't establish the Islamic dilemma in any way
You
whatsoever.
can keep saying that. That's fine. I'm not here to convince you, but do you agree that when you go outside of the Quran, the Torah now refers to the scriptures in the possession of Jews and Christians, or do I need to bring out the references?
May I answer?
Can you answer?
Yes.
I'm waiting.
Hey, quick break from the show. I want to give a big. You could act Greek, and
I'd love
or
to get logos though.
you can learn more about bundle and sign up for. So go to logos.
Torah can be a reference to what was revealed to Moses. That's usually how it's used. But since it also means law and instruction, it's often colloquially used in the sense to mean what? That this is the Jewish law more broadly. And yes, you have a quote from the Salaf, as mentioned.
Is Sam on Facebook or something, guys? Look there. It's like he's busy on Facebook while he's debating. What? Why does it look like he's on Facebook while he's debating Dr. Nasser? Is Dr. Nasser, boring him so much? He's busy doing some social media stuff. Oh man, quite insane.
Ibn Kathir that affirms this
only him,
idea,
yes.
and that's fine.
No, but do you agree?
No.
You still didn't say scriptures. You kept saying law. Do you agree with the Salaf? The word Torah refers to the scriptures of the Jews and Christians. You still didn't answer
Scriptures.
that. You said
I'm gonna
Jewish
try to
law in
answer you.
general.
I'm going to try to answer
Okay,
you.
well, this is the third attempt.
Okay. As the Prophet ﷺ defined, the Torah is exactly what was sent to Moses. But since that term can be used more broadly, that's not.
Wow, that's so dishonest. No, it's not used more broadly, because the Quran's very clear when it says go. I think it's 5:46 to 47, with the books that they have. It's saying the scriptures they have, so that means it's written. The scriptures they have. So well, Sam has this in the bag, but yeah, it's very clear that the Torah, the Torah speaking there, is not the oral Torah, it's the written scripture.
Not a big deal.
Okay, so you agree.
That it can be used more broadly.
Okay, so-
Your quote, I'm not against it.
So you just confirmed 2 points of mine. Number one, you can't, well, yeah, I mean, you can laugh.
Go ahead. I didn't interrupt. I don't want to interrupt.
No, sir. Number one, you
Yes.
can answer from the Quran, even though you began by saying you're going to stick with the Quran. That's okay. I want you to go to Hadith because you're going to make my case. I would love for you to go to Hadith and your scholars. Al-Masihu Akbar. But let's come back here.
Astaghfirullah, al-Azim.
Okay, well, we'll go there.
A'udhu billah.
Yeah,
Go
yes,
ahead.
sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, so,
Allahu Akbar.
yes,
Yes, go ahead.
yeah, well, we have a different concept of
Tafadhal,
God. We can
tafadhal.
talk about that. Okay, now coming back to the issue.
Yeah.
You didn't stick with the Quran. Beautiful.
For the definition of Torah, sure.
Yeah, and then,
I'm
but
talking-
when you go outside the Quran, now the Torah is not just the books given to Moses, it's all the scriptures.
The word, if you want to use the word linguistically.
Okay, well, no,
Okay,
no,
now can I just make a comment?
let me
You-
bring up the Kathir because I have to maybe have to prove it to him.
I'm gonna grant you everything you're saying, and I don't have a problem with it.
All right.
Right? Actually, you know what? Can I make one quick
Yes.
tangent point?
For sure.
This is going to be a funny, hopefully.
All right.
This is not a trick question. It's a very
Oh,
straightforward
go ahead,
question.
ask me. Yeah.
Quick tangent. You believe that obviously you have a biological father, correct? And obviously,
Hopefully I do.
And obviously you believe in
Hope
when
the
you say,
aliens didn't inseminate my mother. I don't know.
Thank God. So you have a biological father, right? You also have a what's it called? A heavenly father. When you say "Our Father who art in heaven," you believe that, of course, right?
Sure,
Right.
okay.
And you also, I believe you're Catholic, so I believe you call your priests a father, correct?
Yes, okay.
Yes. So you do acknowledge
What's
that
he
even the
doing?
term father can be used in a literal biological sense, or in a divine sense, or in a figurative sort of like leader, religious leader sense. Yeah. If you were there when God Logic was here, you would have saved us an hour. Thank you. You were.
Oh my word. The fact that he just brought us up about God Logic shows that he knew he got baked by God Logic. This is a concession, guys. This is a concession that he knew God Logic totally demolished him. And now he's trying to save face by saying, oh, you see, if you were here, you would have saved us an hour. What? Come on, man. Come on. You just literally made the point. And God Logic was very, very clear. Avery told you, can he be a father in any sense? No, Allah cannot be a father in any sense. And because Jesus is praying to the Father and being begotten from the Father, therefore Islam is false.
Remember that?
I don't remember what
In
you're talking about, to be
any
honest.
sense, in
Yeah.
any sense, he just kept saying it over an hour.
You want me to address that point?
No, no. Well, I'm
No, I
glad-
can address it for him.
All I'm trying to say is,
Oh, boy.
thank you for acknowledging that a term like father can be used in multiple senses. And so I'm simply saying that when you want to use the word Torah, yes.
So
the
you
Tor-
agree?
I've already said this. I've said this.
No, you
5
didn't
minutes
actually.
ago.
I had to force it out of you because you're saying Jewish law.
Sure,
I'm being
you're-
honest.
You're forcing me, right?
Okay,
So
yeah. All right,
Torah
all right.
is what Moses received, but if you want to use it linguistically, it could be a reference, as you said, the Salaf, they use it more broadly.
Can
to
you
be
read
this.
what it says in Ibn Kathir?
Okay, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to make a
Smart.
comment. Please let me make my
I'm
comment
letting
afterwards.
you make comments, man. I'm just enjoying
It was common in the
this.
speech of our Salaf that they, I know this quote, I've seen it.
No,
on
read
YouTube.
it so they can hear it.
I'm sorry.
Slowly.
It was common in the speech of our Salaf that they described the books of the people of the two scriptures of the Torah as some hadith concur. Yes.
Okay, so it's not just.
So the Torah as hadith, that means written down scripture.
the books of Moses.
It was common, yes. It was common usage.
And
because
it's quoting the Hadith of Bukhari, by the way, where it's referring to Isaiah 42. But go ahead.
Because the word Torah means law/instruction, then this range of meaning can be used. But we do know that, obviously. Oh, please. Just
Buddy,
like
I haven't been cutting you off.
Thank you. But
Oh my word, the panic is insane, man. I have to again give it up to Sam. He's keeping his calm. He's keeping his cool. It's totally weird to see him being so calm, to be honest. But yeah, he Dr. Nasser is panicking like crazy.
But obviously the Torah was revealed to Moses, as I gave you the reference for. Now, before
And you can't get that from the Quran, right?
You just told me I can make my point now. I said I'd read it.
get it.
Yes, you said I can read your quote and I can make my point.
Go ahead.
Thank you very
That's
much.
a dialogue, bro. We have to dialogue. You know?
I know, but
not a monologue. If I want a monologue, I'll hear one of your lectures when you give a khutbah. But go ahead.
So just to be clear, let me just put a conclusion on this, if that's okay with you.
Go ahead.
In conclusion, I'm sorry, if a Christian goes up to a Muslim and says, here's the knockdown evidence that everything in the Torah, or in the Bible more specifically, is 100% accurate, I don't think this is going to help them. Smile.
Okay, you made a lot of assertions, and
Sure.
you gave not a scintilla proof. Let me deal with your false analogy. Which Catholic says that the 66 books that the Protestants hold in common with the Catholics, they're corrupt and unreliable?
The ones that say that it's missing.
That's not corruption. Missing is not corruption. Let
It's
me
still-
repeat my question again.
It's still, let me clarify.
clarify.
Missing, if is guidance important? Are books of the Bible important?
Sure.
Of course they are, right? So if you take chunks out of it, that's going to be deficient.
Okay. So now let me turn your analogy against you. So you just
Wait. So he thinks because we don't have the same canon with the Protestants and the Catholics and so forth, that because there's scriptures missing, therefore it is incomplete and therefore not giving the message that needs to give it. That is just total nonsense. Just because there is missing canon or scriptures in different canons doesn't make it insufficient in any way, because it still gives the same information. Let's say you have two books, and the one book has 5 chapters in it, the other book has 7 chapters in it. Now the book that has 7 chapters in it says exactly the same information that's in the book with 5 chapters. Okay? The only difference is the 7 book, the 2 other chapters just expound a touch more on maybe just going into one detail about what's already written. Does that make now the book that only has the 5 chapters false, or have false information? No. That's really backwards thinking. I do hope he actually responds to this, though.
established, not the Torah is corrupted, the Torah is incomplete, but what is there is not corrupted. Because if your analogy works, I want you to hear yourself. If your analogy works, whatever the Torah they had, uncorrupt, pure, but it was simply incomplete. But it was complete enough to guide them. So what was that Torah that they have at that time?
Yeah, he did actually address it almost like the way I explained it. Well then. Okay, so we're on the same page.
So you made the assertion that it's enough to guide them? No, look, let's read
That's
the word.
what the Quran says.
Let me just say. Let me say what it says. Ahda. You know what the word ahda means? You know,
Okay,
ism tafdil. You know what that is? Superlative. It is more guiding. More guiding.
More guiding than what?
Than the paganism.
Okay, so what was the Torah that was more guiding than the paganism?
The book that you guys have. Oh, excuse me.
So it existed at that time?
So I'm explaining. The Torah that was revealed to Moses, pristine. Throughout history, tahrif, corruption.
Yeah.
The Quran comes to make conscious edits, which are very clear. Now, God is simply telling pagans that, look, these books are more guidance than what you have, and you're asserting this means it's 100% accurate. Now, I'm happy that you have that assertion. I'm saying that the audience, the Christian audience, when they're like, should I write down 28, 48,
You keep
to 49?
repeating that as a mantra.
Yeah,
Can we cut to
yes.
the chase, get to the point?
This is
so
not
do
enough.
you acknowledge, buddy, it's not enough for you, that's fine. That's between you and your Lord on the day of judgment. Well,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't-
not talking to you, I'm just asking you. So people hear it because you speak too fast. So you admit, no, I want them to hear it, that at least you're conceding that the Torah they had at the time is what I have today. I'm not saying it's uncorrupt. We're going to get there step by step.
I'm saying.
So
I'm
what
saying,
do they have?
I'm saying that what is being confirmed is better guidance than what the pagans
That's
have.
not my question.
Yeah.
Do I need to repeat it a fourth time?
No, you just made an assertion
What
about
did they
me.
have at that time that was the Torah? Is it what I have today? I'm not saying it's uncorrupt.
Great question. And I would love to jump into a time machine and go back there and be able
You
to
want me
look.
to show you?
Oh my word. It's very clear. It's the same scriptures. The Muslims today that claim it's not the same scriptures actually go against the Quran and the Hadith, guys. They go against this because they know that affirming that it's the scriptures we have goes against what they believe. So they have to deny it and say it's corrupted. But that's not what the Quran teaches. The Quran, all the Hadiths don't teach this corruption that they're claiming. I don't know how much more clear we can make this, that Muslims, this Islamic dilemma is very, very bad. And it shows with the way Dr. Nasser is running away from every little angle that Sam Shamoun's bringing to him. Every angle he brings, he tries to run.
Go to Surah Al-Ma'idah. I'll tell you what they had. Your Quran's going to tell you. It's going to answer for you. Go to Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, verse 45. Read it for me.
45. Perfect.
It's going to tell you what it had.
So I'm still waiting for the Islamic dilemma.
Oh, you're
Let's
going to
go.
get it. It's going to be shish
Let's
kebab
go.
and barbecue time. Surah Al-Ma'idah, 5:45. We're laughing. Come on. Stop.
I got a shish kebab. Yeah,
I
we
love
got
shish
it. Let's
kebab.
say.
You see, I'm fat.
بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان.
Oy, oy, oy.
Surah
I'm not going to read the
Al-Ma'idah.
Arabic. Okay, وَكَتَبْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ. And we ordained for them therein a life for a life, an eye for an eye, a nose for a nose, an ear for an ear, a tooth for a tooth, and for wounds is legal retribution. For whoever gives up his right as charity, it is an expiation for him. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then it is those who are wrongdoers.
So whatever the Torah was, it tells you that it contains this passage. That's in Exodus 21, 22 to 25. So I don't need to go to time machine. The Quran brought the time machine to me.
Perfect.
So we know what it is. Okay, now read 46. Oh, no, I'm not done yet. I'll let you preach. Can you read 46?
You let me read the passage.
Okay, but no, prior to that. If you look at the time, you speak more than me, which I don't mind.
I'm trying to. You said I speak
but
too
read
fast.
46.
I got to go slower
Okay,
for your
read
sake,
46
for everybody's
for me.
sake.
Read
Okay.
46 for me.
So just to be clear,
Yes.
this is affirming that this is what was revealed to them, and you're saying, look, we can still find it exits.
Yes.
To which I say, fantastic. I'm glad that part was
Okay.
maintained.
But if you read 46, it's going to
Let's
make
keep
my
going.
case.
Right. So we are moving away. Every time we go to one, we have to move to the next. I'm just waiting for the
I'm
actual
giving you
one.
the context. Now I want you to
Bismillah.
ask.
No.
He's busy building it up for you until you finally get that in, what's going on. And you do have, I really do honestly think Dr. Nasser knows where it's leading and what's going on. And that's why he's desperately trying to buy time and trying to do the Muslim shuffle. He's trying his darndest to try get away from what Sam is talking about, because he knows he has nothing. He doesn't have a rebuttal to what Sam's presenting. But how? How do you rebut the dilemma? It's impossible. That's why it's called a dilemma, because nowhere the way you're going to try rebut it, it shows the Islamic viewpoint false.
No, you're doing great.
Yes, sir.
Let's go
That's
for it.
good.
Bismillah. Allah says what? Yes.
46.
46. And we sent, following in their footsteps, Jesus, the son of Mary, confirming that which came before him in the Torah.
Give the Arabic and translate for them what it says.
وقفينا على آثارهم بعيسى ابن مريم مصدقا لما بين يديه من التوراة.
Translate it literally for them.
Let's go. And we, and we sent, following in the footsteps, Jesus, in their footsteps, excuse me, Jesus, the son of Mary, confirming that which came before him
That's
in
not
the
the literal
Torah.
translation. Translate literally for me.
Okay, so now we're getting
No,
into it.
it's- yeah.
Thank you.
Translate
We're
just
getting
for
into it. The word bayna yaday. Is that what you're getting at?
No, I just want you to translate it because I didn't make my point yet. Please don't preach it. Let's forget the verse. Translate it literally so I don't think I'm mistranslating.
Bain means between.
Okay. And
Yadayhi
his hands, right?
means well. So the question is, who's he? But let's say between the hands, because the thing is, who's the he in this case?
So physical
that
book
is
then.
a little bit ambiguous. But
Okay,
anyway,
that's fine.
So between his hands, so a physical book then, guys. Yeah. If something's between your hands, look, it's between my hands, guys. Something that was between my hands. You got him there.
So whatever Torah he had at that time, right? And what's the context of this discussion? Why is
I thought we
Jesus
just read
being
it.
mentioned? No, I
Confirmation.
want to, because the concept is in 43, but I want to know if you know the context.
Can I just address, because you're making a big deal about Beit Yadei. It's important that people
No, it's
understand
not,
this.
that's not even it. I just want
Well,
people
you
to know
made me
what it
translate it, but now can I explain it?
Oh my word.
Well, I mean, if you want me to get to the point, because if you keep explaining, we're not going to get to the point. But go ahead.
Thank you. This is an important caveat here. Beit Yadei
Yeah.
technically means between the hands, let's
Yes.
say, right?
So that's literal. Good.
That's the literal translation.
Okay.
Now, this is beautiful that we're speaking in English, because in English there is also an ambiguity. This is an expression that means the word before, and the reason why I say that is
Exactly,
because
I
the
agree.
word before has a dual meaning.
Exactly.
I could
agree.
say
Front of
that
me.
this.
Hyping you up.
I can say that this laptop is before me, as in between
Exactly.
my hands in front of me, but it can also mean Sam got to the studio before me, meaning prior to me,
Exactly.
right? Good stuff. So because this has the range of meaning, it absolutely does not, cannot be used to restrict it to one meaning. And therefore, if
But the meaning is based on context. So if you have the context in something, it gives the meaning. That's how it works. That's how context works. That's why you have context for something. So he's trying to make a cop out to say, well, we don't actually know what the meaning is. Total nonsense. Total nonsense.
we affirm in this verse or any other verse that revelation was sent before, and you're saying, well, wait a second, is this before me, like in front of my hands, or before me, like prior to me? Your Islamic dilemma won't work, because you
You
can't
don't even
confirm
know
it.
what I'm going to argue from this. You're already assuming. I
So I
know
just
you
wanna make
think
that
you're
clear.
playing chess, but I'm going to be patient. Yeah, my brother in humanity.
I just want to make sure that everybody understands Beit Yadei means before, and before has a dual meaning.
Yeah,
Can't be restricted to one.
Not in that Arabic
Can't
text.
be restricted to
Yeah,
one.
but not
Good.
in that text. It's like, I can give you Muhammad Assad, but we're not going to go to scholars. That's my scholar, trump your scholar. No, that's not what it means, but that's fine. That's not my argument. In the context, why is Jesus being mentioned at the time of Muhammad to the Jews? What's the context? You know the context of the Maida?
We just read it, but we're verse 45.
But can you repeat it? I
You want to
see-
read the verse
No,
again?
no,
Go ahead, just
explain
make
it
your
to
point.
me.
I read. You asked me to read
The
45,
context
46.
is
Yes.
a rebuke to the Jews. Don't come to Muhammad, go to the Torah. Why? Because this is the Torah that was used by the prophets, rabbis. It was used by Jesus, and he confirmed it. What Old Testament or Torah did Jesus confirm?
I'm sorry. What
Torah did Jesus
Where are you getting
confirm?
any of this from the text?
For verse 43, friend.
Now, we're doing a lot of jumping. Where are you going to land? Can we land? Which verse? Which verse is
Can
affirmed?
me in? Do me a favor.
Which verse?
Stop the preaching. I'm not doing mean. Stop the
Why
preaching.
did we come to 45,
Because,
46, and we're going to go to 43?
Because I can follow the arguments. I'll help you follow along.
Please.
Because I use 45 to show you whatever Torah they had has a verse that we can now verify to
Yep.
see if that verse is in my Torah today.
I can see that, yeah.
Number one. So then I want to establish, because you're saying I haven't, I'm establishing it. So my question is, why is Jesus being mentioned in the context of the Torah, saying that this is the Torah he had before him? What's the context? Why is the Quran mentioning that?
To let us know that we sent, following in their footsteps, Jesus, son of Mary, confirming that which came before
Why?
him in the Torah. So that we know it, so that
Why
we learn
before
this.
him?
If you'd
Learn
like to
for
make
what?
it, so that we learn about this is teaching us what happened in
No,
history.
the context is 43, which you haven't read.
Great, let's
Read
go
it.
to it. I'm happy to go wherever you'd like, but
Read
you're
43, 48. No, I know you keep. I'm not repeating. Yeah, keep saying I'm not confirming it. That's okay. You can live in that world of yours. But let's read it. 43,
I'm very comfortable in my world, and
may God
I'm
save you.
waiting
In
for
Jesus'
the
name.
Islamic dilemma
Oh,
to
I've been
land.
giving it for the last hour, but it's okay. Keep
If
going.
you did, then we wouldn't. Okay, let's keep
43,
going.
40 stride, my friend.
Perfect. Now we're getting. This is fantastic. What about?
Wallah makan. Yalla.
وَكَيْفَ يُحَكِّمُونَكَ. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
And how is it that they come to you for judgment while they have the Torah,
Yeah.
in which is the judgment of Allah?
Yeah.
Now, see, now we're getting somewhere.
Keep reading.
Okay. Then they turn away even after that, but those are not, in fact, the believers. Good.
Okay, so now that we read the context, it's telling the Jews go to the Torah, and then what does it present to them? Why they should go to the Torah?
I do. You do realize that when you say it's talking about the context, that came. Everything we just quoted was after this. So usually when they say context, you're saying before this.
My apologies. I assumed that you knew the Islamic dilemma because you've been studying me, right? You've been saying that, right? I'm the granddaddy, so I thought you
I
knew
think so.
this.
I said OG.
Forgive me.
But that is why Sam he's running away, because he knows the Islamic dilemma. He's trying everything he can not to give a straightforward answer. He's doing the Muslim shuffle. He's doing what they have to do best, is run away. That's practically about it. But it's still, I don't see how how this was even a challenge for Sam, because this definitely wasn't. Sam had him on the ropes from the start. It's really something, guys.
Me, I thought you knew the context, but nonetheless, in this context,
Sure.
why is Jesus being mentioned? Then it mentions the prophets and rabbis. What point is the Quran trying to drive to the Jews?
Would you like me to answer?
I've been waiting.
Okay, fantastic. So in this particular verse, Allah Ta'ala is saying, and how is it that they come to you for judgment while they have the Torah, in which is the judgment of Allah? This is, now you've landed on something that the Muslims do scratch their heads about. You're perfectly fine. Now let me offer you a very simple common sense analogy. Thank you.
I hope you answered the question. I swear I've been waiting.
Sure. I just want to make sure that it's clear to the audience that this is a question, and so I'll give an analogy. Let's say if somebody says, I am undefeatable when it comes to one-on-one basketball, can't be beaten, right? I'm the best. And then you see him lose. So you walk up to that guy and you say the words, how is it that you just lost and you're undefeatable? Now listen to the wording carefully. How is it that you just lost and you're undefeatable? Somebody could take that sentence and say, see, you do agree, I am undefeatable. But it's like, no, man, I'm asking, how do we reconcile two ideas, right? So this verse is simply asking the question, how do you reconcile these two ideas? How is it possible that you have this claim, we have the full Torah with us, we have God's
I
judgment.
didn't even make that claim. I asked you, what's the context? Why are they appealing to the prophets and Jesus? You didn't answer the question. This is how it's been for the last hour. You don't answer questions, you go on tangents. So I'm going to ask the question a fifth time.
100%, Sam. 100%.
Why is the Quran mentioning the prophets, the rabbis, and Jesus, appealing to the Torah for their decisions in the context of the Jews coming to Muhammad? I'm still waiting for that answer. You keep going on here, and no, it doesn't.
Hold on.
What's the why?
Are you quoting this verse?
43 to 48. But I thought you knew the context. Okay, my brother in humanity, don't stop.
I have to be honest, guys. This is quite tough to listen to because it's going in circles and in circles and in circles, and Nasser is not really answering. He's just, like I said, trying his darndest not to answer, and I can see the frustration on Sam's face. Again, big ups to Sam for keeping it so calm this long, so do give that up to him.
Up at 43. Read 44 to 46. Good.
Okay,
Because
so
I guess we got to read
so
both
I just want to make sure that the audience knows
Yeah.
that 43 does not confirm the Islamic dilemma, because it's
It
a
actually
question.
pulverizes your objections
does.
against it, but if you just answer questions, we haven't even gotten there because we have to go on to this analogy here, analogy there, and hey, look at the birdie over there.
Let's do this, because it is getting like flated with time.
Yeah.
Can you ask your question
Yeah.
one more time, and then
Yeah,
let's
okay.
answer
So
the question
so we
with
can
no
get, because I haven't even
analogies or
gotten
anything
to a
else.
scintilla of the verses that I want
Okay.
to. I got too many, but I'm trying to walk you through it because you said I'm the OG, so the OG is trying to walk you through it. Now,
Please.
in the context that Jesus was mentioned, and then prior to that, prophets were mentioned.
Yes.
Who judged by it? What is the Quran's point? What is it trying to get to the Jews by mentioning the prophets and Jesus appealing to the Torah?
The verses that we read earlier were emphasizing that they had revelation and that they judged by it, and Allah is informing us what happened in the past, and then telling us about Jesus, how he came and how he applied the law of God in the past. None of this, except this one.
You can keep saying none of it, but why is he saying, well, no, hold on, you've been talking, but you got to answer. Why?
It should be, how are you going to provide evidence for the claim you're making? I think that should be the question. Will you provide evidence? Because he's just at the moment just saying things. That's it. There's nothing else other than just saying things.
Is he saying Jesus appealed to the Torah? What's the point he's trying to make to the Jews?
That
Not
Jesus,
to you, that's saying doesn't confirm the Islamic dilemma.
that Jesus confirmed the Torah. That's
For what reason?
Because it's God's law.
And what is he trying to convince the Jews to do?
Where?
In 43 to 48.
43, exactly. Thank
So
you.
what is the
that's
point?
It, that's it.
And this
So-
is six
so-
times
so-
I
so-
asked the
no,
question.
I also want to point out, guys, if it was affirming those scriptures, okay, how is it that this guy has a problem with that? Because it's very clear. If he's affirming the scriptures before, so if Jesus was affirming the Torah, okay, that means that Christianity is true. And if Islam is going against what the Torah and Christianity is claiming, then the Islam is false. So Islam is false no matter which way you look at it. I don't know, am I missing something here?
But you ask like a bunch of questions that are sort of
They're all
unrelated.
interconnected. No, to you they may be.
But
They're disconnected.
I'm trying to get to your point.
So you're going to answer it?
Yes.
All right.
This verse is asking a question and highlighting the fact that they are making the claim that they have the full Torah, and yet they are going to the prophet as
You
well.
even added to the text. They didn't.
That's not what it says. That's not what it says. Why do Muslims always want to do this? Why do the Muslims always want to add things? Like Sam says, adding things to the taste. It's kind of adding the tail to the donkey. He's trying to add into it that's not there. That's not what it says. Okay? It's not saying why have they had the full Torah that is going to them. The reason they're going to this is because they're trying to look for affirmation. Okay? They want affirmation. They want to know he's a true prophet. That's why they're doing this.
Made no claim. They said, why do they come to you for judgment? You're even misrepresenting the context. They went to Muhammad for a legal issue.
Correct.
Now, if you want to go to your commentators, it's because someone committed adultery.
I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So it's not saying we have the full Torah. They're trying to ignore the Torah. It's your prophet saying, you better go to the Torah.
No.
Read
It's a
it
question.
43.
It's a question. It's a question asking, how is it the
See
case?
what about it. Yeah.
It's
How is the case to what?
How is it the case
Yes.
that they're coming to you
you.
and they have
So
the
where
Torah
should they go
that
to?
has the
thank you.
judgment of God?
Thank you for
Now,
confirming my point.
Thank
So
you.
can you
Now-
answer the question?
Yes.
Okay, answer.
I did it, but I'll do it again.
No. The question of why appeal to the prophets and Jesus to the Jews at the time of Muhammad. What is it trying to get to? Now, if you don't know the answer, I'll give it to you, and then you can try your best to refute it, because I'm still waiting for the answer. Do you know the answer?
Are you good?
Still waiting, yep.
No, just go ahead. Do
Okay.
your thing, do your thing.
The reason why the prophets, rabbis, or Jesus mentioned, is to tell the Jews, if the Torah was good enough for them to judge by, it's good enough for you. So I'm going to ask you something. In that chain of transmission from Jesus to the prophets to the Jews, when did corruption take place?
Okay, are you good?
You can answer though? We're not going to give us a 10-minute...
Let's cut the fluff of like, are you going to answer? Let's just.
Yeah, exactly. Stop the fluff. Are you going to answer? Just answer it. Why is it so hard for these guys just to answer a straightforward question? It's been on for an hour now, and they just can't answer a straightforward question. This is the issues we have with Muslims, guys. When we answer straightforward questions, they cannot just answer a straightforward question. They have to monologue, do the Muslim shuffle, run around, and cannot just answer honestly. Because they know as soon as they answer, they have nothing. Their argument's over. The debate's over. Okay, obviously this debate's been over since Sam started the argument, but... Oh, man.
Like, and then
Yeah.
you're like,
Are
are
you-
you good?
are-
Are you good? Like,
Because he
let
cuts
us-
me off a lot. I
cut
don't know
him
why
off
you
a
don't
lot.
see him
No,
cutting me off.
cut him off a lot.
I just criticized him too. I
Thank
said,
you,
hey,
thank you.
like,
I cut
are you
you
going to
off a lot.
answer?
Thank you.
Okay, do you know what? My question is repeated, so I want you to go on another...
Right.
yeah.
Well, the thing is, your question has a whole bunch of assertions.
Just repeat what my question was before
You're
you
saying, so given the fact that it's saying that Jesus used the Torah and therefore it was good enough for him, look, you're just making a bunch of
Finish
assertions.
my question.
Therefore, why isn't it good enough for them? I'm explaining to you
That wasn't my question, so
Oh,
you're not
my
listening.
goodness
You weren't-
gracious.
I said, when did corruption take place from
a
the
different
time of
question.
prophet? Did you hear me ask that
That
question?
was his last
Go,
question.
go, go ahead. That was the last question. Yeah, last question. After a bunch of
because I'm-
assertions. After a bunch of
You
assertions.
know, I love you because you're a son of Adam.
Allah
Ya
Akbar.
son of Adam. Ya son of
Okay,
Adam.
okay, so-
Ya Bani Adam.
Can you tell me?
Okay.
Let's just. Let me
I'm
just,
following your
okay,
trail
Now I'm going
to
talk
make
now.
my case.
I'm going to talk
Okay,
for a
go
few
ahead,
seconds,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
You quoted verse 45.
Yes.
Nobody can use that to prove
Yes, they can.
that. Please, man.
Yeah, I'm just
Nobody
it's-
can use that to prove there. See, this is decisively concluding that today's Bible is confirmed. 46, it didn't help you. You went to 43, that was your best shot. The problem is, it's not an assertion, it's a question about a contradictory behavior. That's it.
Okay, so now
So,
can I
so
address
now
you?
there's nothing in this that's actually helping you. That's why you have to keep jumping and saying, but you're not answering me. And then you make assertions, but you're not answering this. But you make assertions.
Kid,
Like, just
how am I
find a verse.
jumping?
Which verse do you
How am
want?
I jumping when I'm teaching you the context you didn't know?
We read it. Everybody can
No,
read it.
but you didn't know it.
I'm so happy that people can follow on
You can't
every
even
time.
answer a question directly for you to make a point. And you saying
Every
I'm
time.
cutting you off.
Every time
Yeah.
you quote a verse, I'm hoping that people just read it and ask themselves, is this the instance that confirms today's
So you
Bible?
didn't answer my question. Why do you appeal to the masses?
Why is he not just answering the simple question Sam has been asking him? Why not just answer? I mean, if he answers it, then they can move on to the next discussion. But the thing is, they cannot move on because he has to keep asking him the same thing over and over and over, and he refuses to just answer.
Because I'm not going to get through it.
Let me
So I have to be honest, it's quite frustrating to watch, guys. Very frustrating.
repeat it again.
not gonna
Repeat
happen.
it again, my
Go ahead.
friend. Say, and then again, people can go see who's cutting off who. Because you go on tangents. And I'm
Sure.
trying to run with you because I'm trying to lose weight, so you're a good runner. So we're coming to the issue. I had to educate you on what the context of Surah Al-Ma'idah was.
Thank you.
I assumed you knew it.
Oh, man.
Forgive me for assuming that you, a Muslim, knew the Quran. Forgive me.
I like
Yeah, it's just Dr. Nasser, and he doesn't know.
the shots.
Okay, so yeah, it is. It's got to be a shot because you've been taking a lot of shots. But
Just
you
saying
know,
you're not
it's
getting
all
to
right. I'm not
Islamic
upset.
dilemma. Go for
So
it.
now that we know the context, that's why I went here and here because I'm trying to keep you on track. The context of Surah 5, 43, 48 is to convince the Jews, judge by your Torah, don't go to Muhammad for this decision because your Torah has a guidance. And then it gives Jesus and the prophets an example that they too judge by the Torah. So my question in light of that is, from Jesus to the time of Muhammad, it shows they had the same Torah because it says he's confirming this Torah that you have. When did corruption take place from the time of Jesus and Muhammad?
If I could jump into a time machine and tell you every person that made a textual variant.
I can tell you when it happened. It didn't. There was no corruption. Because you cannot show when the corruption happened. Why? Because there was no corruption. You are the one saying there's corruption, so that's your claim. But you have to show that. But you cannot.
Then I could tell you exactly why God in the Quran has to make textual edits or conscious edits. I could tell you that. But I don't know. I can't go into a time machine and show you every time somebody made an edit or made a mistake. What I can tell you is you're absolutely correct that Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, he was given inspiration, revelation of the Torah, which means the law. And he knew Jewish law better than anybody.
Yeah.
And so he taught that at his time. That is being asserted in, it was either 45 or 46. Fine,
46,
I grant that. That's fantastic. Now, you made the comment that doesn't have anything to do with today's Bible. I'm sorry, you want to say that no, therefore today's Bible must be 100% authentic because you know that it's impossible that anybody made an edit or something like this.
No,
you
I
can
didn't
make
say that
you
either.
Uh,
can make whatever assertions you'd like.
Show us. Show us how today's Bible is not the same Bible that's always been. Show us. There's just no way they can show it. There's no ways they can show us. Mr. Jingles, I actually do agree with you on that. He says it's like this Muslim is like Witsit that never answers questions. I actually do agree with that, Mr. Jingles.
I'm simply saying that let's stick to Islamic dilemma is that the Quran, you have to find the verse that actually
You mean like
says,
the 12 verses already found for you?
I'm happy that you feel that way. But I'm saying realistically speaking, thus far, in my opinion, the one that you landed on that has the best shot is 543.
Can you do me a
and
favor?
543 still doesn't land
can you do me
because
a
it's a
favor?
question and not a
But can you do me a
theological
favor?
assertion.
Can you do me a favor?
I'd love to do you favors.
Well, I want to say it respectfully. No one cares whether you're convinced or not. I'm not doing this for you.
I know you're doing it for the audience, right?
So, but
and they're sitting there like this, like,
and
okay, it
because
says that
you have
Jesus came.
omniscience, you know that. Oh yeah, see, they're not convinced. Keep that rhetoric
Sure.
for someone else. Politicians do that.
I think I'll
fear
say what I
God.
like.
Here, I'm going to say fear Allah.
Oh, ya Rabbi,
Okay,
lak
then
alhamd
let's
kama
stop.
tardah.
رب المسيح ابن الله المسيح أكبر.
رب
Now let's
المسيح
come-
صحيح.
Okay, now come here.
yeah.
I'm glad you just committed shirk.
رب المسيح. Do you know what إضافة?
Wow. He's ruthless, man. Oh man, that's
Be
bad.
Messiah, my Lord
that's-
Messiah.
that's shirk.
He just committed shirk.
No.
Al-Masih
No.
Akbar.
Said
Okay, now let's come back to it.
Rabbul Masih.
Now you want me to give you
The
another
Lord
verse?
of Jesus. I agree. Jesus
Can I
is
give you
Lord.
another verse?
So,
How long we got for this? Because I'm gonna have
Okay.
a field day.
We can keep going.
This is fantastic. Okay, so you can go to the next verse in 1 second.
Yes.
Okay, guys, I think this should be it for tonight, though. As you can be seeing, I did take medication for my tooth, and it is kind of hitting me a bit. So I'm definitely not going to be able to go much longer. So we are 48 minutes 43 seconds in, so we know for the next time. Yeah. So far, what do I have to say? We'll definitely be carrying on with this reaction, for sure, this review. It's so one-sided. Sam is totally wiping the floor with Dr. Nasser, and Dr. Nasser definitely so far has been way outclassed. There's just no doubt about that. So that's my review so far. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any thoughts on this, please don't forget to leave comments down below. Also, guys, if you have anything, ideas that you want us to try in future for this channel as well, just let me know. We'll see what we can do. I really appreciate all your support, guys. Appreciate all the Patreon supporters, everybody that supports me on TikTok and PayPal and wherever we are. Thank you very much for your support, because it's you guys that make this possible. So you guys rock, appreciate it, and I shall see you all Monday evening for a debate evening again. God bless, guys. Don't forget the likes. Till next time, cheerio.